Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. And today I want to talk about it with y'all. Is it finally the right time to buy an Infinity Q50? Guys, let's go. Let's jump right into it. First thing, shout out to my whole Boost in Motion family. Thank you guys for your support. And if you're new to the Boost in Motion family, I'm going to honestly teach you guys on how to use price trends to purchase your next vehicle. You don't have to only apply this to Q50s, but you can apply this to almost any vehicle. And the metrics that I'm using is from price trends from cargurus.com. So it's actually pretty good informative information. They use the retail value of the car over the last 5, 6, 7 years, and that kind of lets you know if you're getting a good deal on the retail end. All right, so guys, let's go. Just jump right into it. Now, I've told you guys before, about a year ago, I was ringing an alarm. Q50 prices will be coming down, and I was correct. They did come down. And in some cases, they came down substantially. I was telling you guys last year, do not purchase your Q50. Wait 6 months, wait 9 months, you'll get a better deal. And some of you guys listened, and some of you guys didn't. I'm going to show you guys how it's going to mess you up right now. And I'm sorry for some of you guys who might have bought your car last year around this time. You might have gotten a terrible deal, and you will be pretty much upside down on your car payment unless you paid the car off or brought it down to a certain percentage. So guys, let's jump right into it. So the different years we're going to use here is the 2014 Q50, which is the 3.7, the first year. 2016 Q50 is the one that everyone wants. That's the VR30. That's when it was first added to the community. But also understand that this is just the year of the car. This doesn't include the hybrids, non-hybrid. This is just pretty much all in all a full umbrella of whatever that year is. So you might have a 2.0T, 3.0T, Red Sport, hybrid. You get the idea. Cool. The 2018 is when they did the facelift to the current look. And the 2020 is when they added like CarPlay and Android Auto and stuff like that. And that's it. Anything past 2020 is a waste of money, in my opinion, guys. You guys are just burning freaking money. And I'm going to show you guys why a little later. Okay? So let's start with the first metric. 2014 Infinity Q50. Now, let me just move this up. Bear with me. 2014 Infinity Q50 here. Now, we don't have to pay attention from 2019 on, because remember, this is when the beer virus was around. There was a lot of inflation, a lot of BS going on in the world at that time. So understand that those numbers, this up and down, this ladder here, this slope here, this is just partially inflated BS. That's why we are where we were end up last year. But look at that nosedive at the end. That's because that's the real market that showed up. Interest rates showed up. The real world showed up. No more inflated nonsense money being pumped into the government. No matter if you're red or blue, you know the nonsense I'm talking about right now. Cool. So let's go to August 1st of 2022. This is when I started ringing alarm before then, but this is when we really started seeing it drastically change. So 8/18 of 2022. The 2014 Q50 on average was selling for about $19,000. I was telling you guys, don't touch this. This is not the real price of this vehicle because it is a highly inflated price, because I'm going to also have to show you what I mean by that, right? We're going to go put in 2018 as a metric. So in 2019, right? 2019, before the beer virus pulled up, this vehicle was selling in December for about $16,000 in 2019. Cars don't go up in value, especially not a Q50. It went up to about $19,800 in 2022. Inflated. All this time, that 2014 Q50 should have been a $12,000 car in 2023 if there was no virus. Well, guess what? It became a $20,000 car. Now, from 8/16, it was 19/3. A year later, guys, look where we're at. The car is 15/8. So the car lost about 18%. Is that about 18% of its total value in about a year? That means if you guys paid $20,000, and this is an average price, so some people might have paid more than that. Think about that. They might have paid more than that. Now, when they go try to trade that car in, the dealer could look at them and say, "We'll give you $10,000." He's gonna sit there and say, "But I bought this car for $21,000, $22,000, $23,000, $25,000 last year." And it's like, well, we only give you 10 because at the auctions, right, the dealer auctions, these cars might be getting traded in and sold for really cheap, and then sold for about, on average, at the average price, for about $15,000. That means these dealers only make about 30% over what they might have paid at the dealer's auction. They bought it for 10, they sell it for 15, but you bought it for $25,000 last year. You're fucking screwed. And the thing is, a lot of people because we have such as easy access to credit, especially for the younger guys out there, because it's giving credit away. Guess what? You get into cars because we care more about the payment, not the total cost of the car, and see if it was actually a really good deal in the market, right? So now we're kind of screwed. Now let's hop into the 2016 model. This is the one where the VR30 was added. Now I think this one is actually one of the best ones to look at too, because most people are gonna end up buying this model, right? So 2016 model, right? Once again, 2018. Don't pay attention because 2018 the car was a 2016, so the prices are going to be pretty high because the year it came out and the year that we're recording is actually similarly close. Let's just aim at 2019 and the 2019 again, and let's see what the price was in December of 2019. The average price was about $23,000, right? Well, let's look for August 16th of 2022. About a year ago, 23.8. So you tell me between that time frame, the car is literally going for about the same price. So right now we could say a year ago the car was now going for the same price. Now guess what? Where is it now? Your 2016 Q50 is only worth about $20,000. I said it again a little louder just in case you guys didn't hear me in the back. It's worth $20,000 on average. That means that it came down about 15% in just a year. The price of the car came out down 15%. But I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. For everyone's watching, some people paid way more than $25,000 a year ago. I know for a fact. You guys paid way more than that. I've seen how much these cars were going for. You guys were paying more than that. Some people might have bought this car for $35,000. I sold my 2017 Q60 for about $32,000 last year. You know what I'm saying? And I bought it for cheaper than that before. So I know some people might have spent so much more money. And if you guys bought your car last year around this time and you spent a hefty amount of money, your car is only worth 20 grand. Now, the 2018 model is the one with the facelift. This is the one that people like to get because it's like, oh my God, it looks newer. But I'm telling you guys, get the 2016 and just change the front bumper. It is what it is, right? Like to say, you can save you guys on your budget. All right. We can't go for 2018 here because that's when the car first came out. So we'll just have to jump to 2019, where at the end of the year, once again, and this is when the car starts hitting its first depreciation the first year or 2 years, and the car depreciated for about $25,000 at the end of December in 2019 for a 2018 vehicle. That is a huge difference. You purchased the car for $40,000, it's selling for about $24,000. That's a huge dip in price. But here's where it gets a lot better. Once again, pay attention. So in last year, 8/16/2022, the car was selling for $29,000. The car was selling more for what it was worth than 2019. I was telling you guys, yo, watch out for the price, see where it goes. Well, guess where the car is now? It is now going for about, on average, $23,000 or $23,600. Remember, this also includes a 2.0T, 3.0T, and Red Sport, right? So that's not a huge difference, but I know for a fact that you guys were buying this car right around $31,000, $32,000, $35,000, $40,000 in 2022. So if they go to trade their car in now, they're gonna get lowball offers from the dealership of like $18,000, $20,000. It's gonna be a super low ball offer. But that, mind you bought the car probably for $35,000. That's a $15,000 change in just a year time. If you finance a $30,000 car, that car note might have been like $500. You didn't pay off all that money in just 12 months, or at least all that difference in price. You guys are going to be so upside down. Lastly, let's go to two more. 2020 model, right? 2020 model, there's really no 2018 here. They just start from 2020. Let's look for... Remember, there was also a shortage of a lot of these cars when they were coming out in 2020, so understand that did exist during that time, and there's no way for me to go double back to 2019. But let's just go to 2022, right? 8/16 or somewhere around August. The car was on average last year was selling for $34,000. Now the car a year later is going for about $30,000, and that is a difference of 13%. Once again, some of you guys spent more money than what that actually is worth. And let's just throw in a wild ball at a 2020 or 2021 model. The one with the biggest change I can see here based on year to date is actually 2021 and 2022 models, because usually it's the harshest amount of depreciation. That's why. So let's take a quick look. It's just a straight nosedive. It's just a nosedive because the car is too new to actually jump back up and everything like that. It's just a straight nosedive. That's it. It just keeps going straight down. But that's just the normal depreciation. That is what cars normally are supposed to do in the first 2-3 years. This is normal in the first 2 years, guys, to have the price go down. It's supposed to do this. But this 2018 model didn't do that. It had a little up and then a down. And then when you go with the older years, the 2017, a dip that goes up, fight, and then come down. So all in all, guys, what I'm trying to sit here and say is it kind of sucks because I don't want to see you guys screwed over. Some of you guys are young. You went and bought a Q50, no matter which year it is, and you paid a lot. You paid a lot for that vehicle. You paid a lot. Your APR might be like a 9 or 10%, which is really not good at all. And you're overpaying for a car that technically has lost about 30 to 40% of its value because it was supposed to. You guys are now paying for the mistake of the government. You guys are now paying for the mistake of society and the inflation. And the thing is, if you guys are going to try to trade these cars in now, you're screwed. So my best honest opinion for anyone who's holding a car and you want to, let's say, get out your Red Sport or your 3.0T Lux and you notice that you're underwater or you owe more than what the car is worth, yo, just keep it. Just keep it until you can bring down that payment to where if you do trade it in, that you're going that you're not paying a difference. You're not adding into the new loan, because carrying over old debt from the Q50 to any other car is not right, or any other car. It's not good for you guys in the long run, because you're literally paying a tax for doing that and then a percentage on top of that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just if like even with me, I have the 2019 E63S. I bought it used. So I know I think I have like $70K left on the car, right? Something like that, or close to $70K. I think that's the trade-in value of the car. So I might just break even. But if they like say we'll give you 60 for it, I'm just gonna keep driving the car for another year. I'm just gonna keep driving because I'm not gonna lose $10,000 or have $10,000 added onto a new note for what? You know, only in extreme cases where I can see that makes sense, where it's like, oh my God, like I need to hop into a car because I need like a truck for kids or something or whatever, or you're getting like a car that saves you on gas, like you're getting a Tesla or something, where it just makes more sense, or it pays back in the long run. But if you know that you don't need to get rid of the car, yo, just hold on to it for another 6 months to a year and then reevaluate. Some people will sit there and say on video, well, no, this might be the best time because the price is only going to get lower. No, not really. At some point, cars hit their bottom and they equalize because they can't go lower than the car before them. Q50s are kind of in a special place because it's like they're right around the same price of like a newer year G37. Yeah, so like a Q40 is going for like the same price of like a 2014, 2015 Q50. Q40 is a G37 sedan, guys. You see what I'm saying? They actually do intersect. The same thing for the Q60 Infiniti. The Q60, I mean like the 3.7 G37 versus the 3.0T Q60. They're actually some kind of product. Like an IPL costs more than Infiniti 3.0T 3.0T, or around the same price. Or so very low mileage G37s or low mileage Q60s are going for about the same price, $25,000. It's insane. So some cars do intersect lines, but other ones usually don't. They usually don't. They just push down the older year, and that's what it is. Like my car goes for like good mileage goes for like $70,000, $80,000. But if you want the E63 before my year, they're like $40,000 to $50,000. So they just keep pushing down the price. But you're not going to see a 2016 E63S for like $20,000. You're not. No. You'll see like an older year, even the one before, like a W211 or something, like a W211. But you're not going to see a W212 for $20,000. And if you do, it's going to have super high mileage. It's going to be like 28,000, 29,000, and have like 4 or 5 owners and maybe a couple accidents. You see what I'm saying? So that's usually how it is. But with Infinity, because they made so much from 2014 to 2023, come on, listen. We're about to go make 10 years with the Q50. 10 years. Yo, you should not be overpaying on these old technology. It's absolutely asinine. That's it. I want you guys, this car is a value car. Purchase on value and keep it just as so. So outside of that, guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank you guys for always banging with your boy Boost. Hopefully this video was super helpful. Hopefully, once again, you guys continue to support. And you guys look like you've been really banging on my videos the last couple of weeks, man. I really appreciate it. And I feel good making these videos again because I had to get back into the out of the funk of understanding. I like to give helpful information, even though it may be repetitive to some. It's helpful to others. All right. So, guys, I appreciate it. You can add me at boostinmotion on IG, Facebook. Also, you can send me an email at boostinmotion@gmail.com. Otherwise than that, guys, I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you.